Hi, my name is Ryan from AMS OSRAM, and we are very happy to have our intern, Mr. Joon Young Park, here this afternoon for our exclusive interview. So perhaps, Joon, could you do a quick introduction of yourself?
Yeah, so my name is Joon. I'm from South Korea, and currently I'm attending SMU as a year four student, graduating May of 2022. And here today, I'm here to discuss and answer questions regarding my internship period, which started in July 2021 until December 2021.
All right, Joon. So the first question that we have for you is, how could you actually ace your job interview?
Right, so in many cases, it's pretty hard to draw a line in terms of how much an individual should commit and prepare for a job interview. Now, there are interviews for internships that are as demanding as job interviews for full-time positions. And on the other hand, there are interviews that aren't and are more focused on seeing how much you're willing to learn and how fast your learning curve is. A strategy that I believe that works is to seek out and interview professionals in the area which you're interested in and are planning to apply for on a regular basis. So asking simple questions about what their job is, what their understanding of the company or industry will give you an edge on catching the subtle nuances and keywords that characterize such a company or industry. And once you pick up on these keywords, you can start an in-depth research and enhance your understanding in preparation for the interview.
Great. So Joon, what attracted you to apply for this internship with AMS OSRAM?
Right, so um, the operations management major, which I'm undertaking in SMU right now, involves many concepts related to supply chain management. And thus, I looked for internships that were related to what I learned. Now, from an internship experience, I hope to gain a pragmatic viewpoint in approaching operations and also be able to determine whether I'd like to continue and pursue a career in this field. I was attracted to apply to AMS OSRAM because this opportunity fulfilled both these needs. Moreover, AMS OSRAM has a sizable presence in the semiconductor industry, an area of keen interest for me in recent years due to the acceleration in digitalization around the globe.
And after 4 months of internship with us, what are the skill sets needed that have come in handy for your role here?
Mm. So during my time, I feel like a general knowledge of supply chains, KPIs and reports like bill of materials helped accelerate my learning process in the job. And some job specific skills would be some coding knowledge, for example, VBA, Visual Basic for applications, were some skill sets that I believe helped a lot.
Well, excellent. June, what about the working culture here? And perhaps you could mention what is the one favorite thing you like best working here?
Right. So as an intern, the working culture in the EDM team, the Enterprise Data Management team, which I worked at OSRAM, was quite an independent one, supported by clear role assumptions and trust. And the team comprised of specialists who had devoted many years of their careers in enterprise data management, and everyone seemed to have a very clear purpose and areas of study. Now, the attitude towards me from everyone was genuinely friendly, in which they were always open to questions, even beyond the job scope. Now, they were also very patient in terms of project delivery, the ones that I worked on, which I appreciated even more when I was having to work on several projects concurrently.
Well, I'm happy to hear such positive comments, June. To add on, what is your key takeaway from the internship with us here?
So my key takeaway from this internship would be the opportunity to experience working in a organization and improving my communication skills. Now, before taking on an internship or professional role, I believe that students are mostly only exposed to projects where they work with their peers or colleagues of a more horizontal relationship. Now, the professional world is, of course, more multi-dimensional because there are also vertical relationships. A full-time supporting role challenges you to think in your supervisor's shoes, trying to get the bigger picture of why something has to be done in a certain way. Now, this thinking process will always give you more insight and is a key factor in making you an excellent proactive team member.
That's great. We would also like to find out what was your perception of the industry before this internship, and has this perception changed?
Right, so before the internship, other than AMS OSRAM, I only knew of several other big names in the semiconductor industry, like TSMC, a Taiwan semiconductor manufacturing company, and Infineon. Now, gradually, I got to learn that there are actually many more players in the business.
And June, last but not least, what is your word of advice for your peers or anyone considering a career in the semiconductor and electronics industry?
I would suggest that people research industry trends, for instance, on the sort of opportunities the major players are focusing on and what their relationships with their customers or suppliers are. For example, how dependent the company is on them and how price competition in the industry works.
Thank you very much for attending this interview session with us, June, and also answering all our queries.
Yeah, it's my pleasure. Thank you.